Welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, everybody. My name is Max, or MFlareman. Today, it's a new season. It's Thursday. The day that I'm recording this is Thursday. You guys will be seeing this on that Friday. It's spring, and that means that there is a new car available. This week, it's the Formula Drift Ferrari 599, driven by Federico Scarafico. He's an Italian, and he has a bright yellow Ferrari 599 drift car that we are going to be getting today. It's actually fairly easy to get this season, as it is not the 50% completion car. You can actually get it from doing one 3-race championship, which I'm going to show one of the best ways to do that in today's video, so then you don't have any struggles unlocking this fantastic car. Anyways, let's get right into it. And here we are, we're in the spring season. Just taking a look at our objectives here, you'll see for the 50% completion car, we have the KTM Expo GT4. This is a very grippy car. Maybe worth getting. I'm kind of half and half on this one, but the 80% completion car is definitely one you should get. The Ferrari 599XX Evo is one of the best cars for everything in this game. It has the highest top speed of any car in this game of 320 miles an hour, and it's one of the best Goliath cars that you can use. Looking at our weekly Forzathon challenge using Super GT cars, this looks fairly simple. You have 10 pass skills, 9 stars from drift zones, and speed trap goals as well. Daily stuff hasn't really unlocked yet, but that stuff is fairly simple. Usually I unlock it without even paying attention. A trials reward is the lowest 11. This is kind of Not really a big fan of the classic race cars in this game. Super wheel spins from Showcase Remix, that's always good to do. The Ford F-150 trophy truck, you could probably pass on this one unless you're going for the 599. We've got some super wheel spins here, speed zone, speed trap, and danger sign this week. And there it is, the Ferrari 599 Formula Drift. Looking at the restriction for the championship, it looks like it's street race championship involving S1900 Italian modern supercars. I'm actually going to fast travel to the event first.
Welcome back, Max.
I'm going to fast travel to the event first, just so I can see what I currently have available to use. Then I'm going to head back to the garage and adjust my car as needed. So let's just fast travel over here. Now, before we actually get this car, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what to expect. The matte field Corvette quickly became a very meta drift car to use. It is something that I am thinking about. I'm wondering, is this Ferrari going to be better as a drift car? I don't know. Than the matte field Corvette? Possibly, I don't know.
Considering it's spring and we're in the UK, I can't guarantee good weather for this championship. What I can guarantee is that it'll be fun come rain or shine.
Oh wow, so we already have quite a few options. You can use the Reventon, the 430 Scuderia, the 488 GTB, the 458 Speciale, the FF. Personally, I think I'm just going to jump in with the 488 GTB. We'll do a race in this car. If we do well, we'll keep going, but if we don't, we'll go to the auto show, change it up, do some upgrades, and try and get a better car to complete this championship. But oh my goodness, that car looks so good in black with 80V1 wheels on it. And we're already into our first race. Oh, I don't have a map or anything. Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting race, as I am not gonna know where to go at all. Those Huracans get a much better start than this car, as this car is rear-wheel drive and those cars are all-wheel drive. I have no idea position-wise where I am either, what gear I'm in, any of that stuff right now. Man, those cars are quick. A little bit of air there going over the bridge. This will be a little bit trickier of a section to get right. I'm going to go for the pass on third place. We're right up on second, bump draft. And it's a Huracan up front. We've completed a Spring Forzathon daily objective. We'll look at the Forzathon shop after this as well. Going to get some big power, but it just doesn't seem like we're going to catch him. I'm pulling, but it's not enough. My wipeout at the tree back there. We're only going to get second place there. Looking at the Forzathon shop here, these are both cars that have been in the rotation in the last month or so, so these aren't super rare. The CCGT seems to be getting put into many seasonal events recently. I think there's been 4 or 5 different occasions where this car has been unlockable by now. The Levante's a little bit rare, but perhaps not something you want to look at going and trying to sell for $20 million on the auction house. So maybe save your points this week. I know I'm going to. He goes for the pass. I squeeze him out. I'm not going to get the braking in time. I'm going to overbrake, slide it a little bit. It's going to slow me down up to 4th place. That was a very snappy set of passes there. We break up the inside. We have 8% to go. We're pushing past the Lambo. And a big, oh my God, a big pass on the Huracan. At the very end, you could just see him there. The perfect gap between the traffic car and the Lamborghini. We've made it. We got the Ferrari 599 drift car. I really hope I have enough garage space. There it is. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful car. Wow. What a race. You know what? That was one of the more intense races I've had in the last little while. That was wow. Starts with 917 horsepower, 756 foot-pounds of torque, 3,200 pounds with a 47% front weight bias, and a 6-liter V12. This thing is going to sound amazing. Let's jump into it, drive it around for a little bit. We'll take it back to the festival. We'll upgrade it, and then we'll go from there. Looking at our car collector score going up. Speaking of car collector score and global influence, if you guys want to see me do the seasonal stuff live, let me know in the comments below. I would love to do live streams like that. I think that'd be super fun. But now, just looking around this thing, super aggressive aero, double front canards, the massive front splitter, the front rake on this thing is unbelievable. Look at those fender flares. Let's go into drone mode here and take a look. Wow. This is crazy. I can't imagine what it must have been like laser scanning this beautiful car. Yeah, those double canards in the front, the widened front stance. Look at the arch on that fender. That is insane. The big Italian flag going along the carbon fiber side skirt there with the side vent. It almost kind of looks like a Toyota super wide body kit there. We're seeing another large flare in the back. The carbon roof. The massive carbon air duct, which I would assume is going to a rear mount radiator. Yeah, I see it right there. You can see it right below there. And then the massive chassis mount wing with the, yep, there's the radiator right there, mounted up with the fuel. I would assume that's the fuel cell right there. I could be wrong though. This car, absolutely beautiful. That's a new sound. Wow. Oh my God. This is fast. Seems like it has a red line close to 9,000 RPM. It feels incredibly gripped up stock for a drift car. Now, if those of you that know Formula Drift know what happened to this car on its first outing at Long Beach, we won't talk about it here, but let's just say it ended up running a lot hotter than it should have. That's all I'm going to say about that, which is why I'm glad that we can see the radiator in the back there actually functioning. And we have no worries about any fire-related injuries or mechanical compromises in Forza Horizon 4. Heading onto this twisty road here, this is a perfect way to break in this car. Look at this thing. It just slides on command. You just rip the handbrake once, and it goes. I mean, just the angle, the steering, the sound, the engine, it's all here. It's fantastic. Look at that roll cage. The roll cage, the carbon dash, what I can assume is an AEM screen in there, as there was an AEM sticker on the side. The Blackmagic window banner. Heading into upgrades and tuning, the first thing we're going to check is swaps. So you can make it all-wheel drive. You could do like a unicorn Ferrari if you wanted to. You can also put twin turbos on this. It starts with a supercharger. We most certainly don't want a supercharger, so we're going to swap that out. You can even make the front tires wider. 305s in the front, 345s in the rear. Wow, yeah, you could definitely make this like a unicorn type of car. Wow, I am very... This has a lot of upgrade potential. I really do recommend that you get this. You can put 21-inch wheels all the way around. Spacers. Whoa, those make the stance way more aggressive. We're going to put those on. Wow. Braking. Really, we can upgrade the brakes. I like the look of the dual caliper ones, though. So even if the braking distance is better telemetry-wise, like, look, 99 feet, well, it's a 2-foot difference. You know, we'll keep them off just for visual appeal, taking it down to 2,900 pounds with 1,000 horsepower. And it looks like we do have, oh, cams did some big 1,200 horsepower. Almost 1,300. I'm sure when those turbos go on, it's going to be insane. 1,354, 1,470, 1,549 horsepower. You can have a 1,550 horsepower Ferrari drift car in Horizon 4 now. This is crazy. When Forza adds drift cars, they go hard. When they added Matt Field's Corvette, that car made 1,400 horsepower, and now they've added Federico's Ferrari, and it is just a whole new level. I've kept it rear-wheel drive. It's raining now, but I've upgraded the tire width, but it also has 600 more horsepower than when it started. Just staying in any gear that's lower. Big angle coming in. This definitely is going to be a harder car to get used to driving because of its long wheelbase and how much power it has. But I'm sure once you get used to it, this car will be seen on leaderboards for all kinds of drift zones. I wouldn't be surprised if tuners were working out their best tunes for it right now. Wasn't even trying a very sloppy run, and we still get 101,000 points in this car. Yeah, definitely pick this up if you're a drifter in Horizon 4, because this is the type of drift car that once it goes away, people are going to be paying big money to get their hands on it. This thing is crazy to drive. I mean, think about it. Twin turbo V12 making 22 pounds of boost, which isn't a whole lot of boost, to be fair. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But the amount of horsepower that this thing makes off a 6-liter V12, the way it sounds, the way it drives, I mean, look at this thing. It looks crazy, it drives crazy, it sounds crazy, and I'm sure if you made it all-wheel drive, you could turn it into quite the race car. It would actually probably be a pretty good race car instead of drift car if you were to turn it all-wheel drive, which we aren't going to do because we are not This car's pretty sacrilegious to Ferrari purists as it is, so we're not going to upset them anymore, and we're just going to make it crazy powerful. We're not going to all-wheel drive it or nothing. Now I'm starting to get the hang of it. Big steering angle here. This thing just carries itself so well through the corners. You can just absolutely rip it. Yeah, 112,000 points. I think that is a good showing of this car. I think that was a good way to show the best way to get this car. And I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with my horrendous driving at points. Be sure to follow me at my socials below, as well as subscribe. Comment what you want to see next. Do you want to see another Forza Open lobby? Do you want to see seasonal completion videos? What do you guys want to see? Comment down below. Do you want to see more cinematics, like a Gold Rush video? What do you guys want to see? Leave it in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you like this car, if you like this channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Just to find somewhere